myself. Oh no, give me that sound. Oh, I gotta go like Cobain. 8 years to the grave, gone insane. My blood got propane. How you gon' go and throw my name with shame? Already cross-faded, making it to the disco. I hate it, and you know how this goes. You framed it, picture painted in my room. This that real life shit, not on Zoom. Got the scene in it.
Make sure you subscribe to JerCrispy.
What's up, y'all? It's your host, that's the most. JerCrispy, welcome back to another video. The art of locking in. It's by this dude. I'm not pronouncing your name. I don't know how y'all be getting me fucking subscribers with their name. Ain't know who. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow our social media. It's gonna pop on the screen. We're on the road to 300. And let's get it. Yeah. It's fucking chair.
Concentration. This word locked in can be described in different ways, like if you're locked in with a relationship, if you're locked in with God, or if you're locked in on winning. When you are locked in, there is nothing that can make you lose focus. Your mind is clear and nothing will stop you from achieving your goal. You see this in animes, TV shows, movies, and most definitely sports. So today, we will be talking about the art of locking in. Now, the first thing we're going to start off with is, of course, anime. And the first anime we started off with is Kuroko.
Might actually start watching Kuroko. I don't know. It looked like a fire anime to watch it. Yes.
There has been a lot of videos on this anime, so I'm sure you already know how Kuroko gets down. This is one of the best sports anime of all time, and when they're locked in, trust me, they're locked in. They have this thing called the zone, and when Almine did it for the first time, it was like if people from the 60s saw today's basketball, they would call it witchcraft. Almine was doing the most craziest moves I have ever seen from a basketball player ever. This shouldn't even be physically possible. And this is before he even goes into the zone. He shows up in the second quarter and just starts doing stuff like this.
Between trolling.
Oh nah, he not even locked in yet. He dribbles with Kagami only for him to pass to himself and start hitting spin moves like a tornado. Next thing we see is Kagami on the floor. Oh nah, this is tragic. And he really tossed the ball to himself again just for kicks. You can't even...
Hey, that was the question of the day. I'm thinking about it today. Would you rather get dunked or would you rather get crossed? Now, dunk is not that bad because... Okay, yeah, the nigga taller than me. Like, okay, boom. Now, if you get crossed, oh my God, don't let it be a rivalry game. A rivalry game, and you got crossed in a rivalry game, oh my God, bro. Them niggas gonna be talking about you the whole week of school. That whole week of next week of school. Nigga, I know you ain't talking. Ain't you got crossed? Wow.
Make this up. And he goes for the lay and they put a 3-man block on him only for him to hit a Kobe and shoot the ball behind the basket and makes it. This is what you call a generational talent right here. Get him to my Warriors fast. We need him. We ain't making no type of moves this summer. But when we get to see him go into the zone, this man was doing the most outlandish moves I have ever seen.
That's how it should be.
Oh, damn.
But when Kagami and
bro, this nigga shooting like them niggas off of the street ball. If y'all know about that street ball on the Wii, man, you know what I'm talking about.
They went into the zone for the first time. It was one of the best moments I've ever seen in sports anime. They were both going crazy and nobody else could keep up. You literally had to have a shotgun gun just to see what they were doing. And
Too funny for Lena hopping on the boat. Bad bitch, now she wanna suck on my toe.
Tell me why, as they are dancing in the court, you really got Kagami hitting this crazy acrobatic dunk with no effort. Oh nah, y'all wild.
That nigga hit the Vince Carter.
This in the NBA, only in the dunk contest. When have you seen somebody in game hit something like this at full speed? This is only the start to it, because if I were to talk about how they get locked in the entire show, we would be here all day. I'm not kidding. There's this one scene where Almine is going...
Yeah, low-key, if I was this teammate, I say, hey, y'all, let's get on the side like these niggas 1v1 real quick. Fuck that. Nigga, it would be a 1v1. It wouldn't be a 5-on-5.
Spin move while falling down. And he just throws the ball up and makes the shot. Everyone is in utter shock because this is impossible. How are you moving like this? This is what you happen when you enter into the zone.
Impossible, because in middle school, I had saved the ball like that one time too. I remember that. I was like, I saved the ball, I twist the ball, boom, and did it like that.
And there are way more moments than these two going crazy, but we gotta move on. Now, of course, the black community loves basketball, but there's something I gotta put y'all on to. Yes, today we finna talk about haiku.
Volleyball? Volleyball? Wait, them niggas did volleyball?
Yes, I'm talking about this anime because this anime is tough. Y'all just be hating.
Haikuyu's trash because they wear shorts that don't go over their kneecaps. Haikuyu's terrible. It's not a good sport.
Nigga, what?
It's trash.
Brother, the NBA has been doing this before y'all were even born. And y'all still watch the NBA, so what are we talking about? This show was definitely in my top 3 sports anime of all time. Y'all looking at me crazy now, but you gotta see the show to really understand how locked in they really be. When Karasuno was going against Abajosai, this match was crazy. I'm telling you, just look how intense the team looks. They really locked in mentally. And then Oikawa is up to serve and he throws the ball up. And if you blink, you miss what happens. This is what you call locked in mentality. There's another moment in season 3 when their entire season's on the line and Daichi can't even move. And then Nishinoya comes out of nowhere for the save and you think it was over, only for the ball to get spiked down again. And Nishinoya saves it again.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how you tee up. I'm telling y'all, Haikyuu was such a great sports anime. Man, since it's so great, here goes 2 more for y'all. You got characters so locked in, you have players stopping entire
I might start watching them sports animes, bro. Like deadass, Hey, after this, I might put on some sports anime. Watch like at least about 10 episodes to see how that shit actually come back and tell y'all about that shit.
Squads, just for silence, it's insanity. Just look.
Hold up.
If this isn't what locked in is, then I don't know what is, because he really raised his hand and stopped the entire squad from playing.
That's crazy.
Just so we can get an ace. And the aura coming from every team when they play is just amazing. Y'all really gotta peep the show. When y'all peep how they be putting everything on the line, the aura is just crazy. I never thought people would be this locked in over volleyball. But I was wrong. When they was playing teams like Shiratorizawa and Abajosai, it had me on the edge of my seat like I was in the arena. Every spike, every serve, and every set was made with the intention to win. Do you know why? Because everyone was locked in from the moment the ref blew the whistle. I can really go deeper into everything, but I don't even think we got enough time for that. So I'm gonna move on to an anime that y'all truly love.
Yeah!
The GOAT Dragon Ball! You already know we had to talk about this. And the moment I want to bring up is during the Tournament of Power, and that's when Goku got Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
Ever since he got this beauty of a transformation, this man has been locked in ever since. His fight with Jiren, he was going crazy. I even had to look back on these moments since it's been a while. And Goku was moving. Really got him out here looking like Bruce Lee, like, okay, who you feeling like? And don't get me started on Kefla. This man proved why he's really the GOAT, really handled a fusion character by himself. She couldn't even touch him one bit. All we saw was weave after weave after weave after weave. No hair salon. And when he finished her off with surfing her blast just to hit her with the Uno reverse card, he hit her so hard it really replayed 3 different times. Stop playing with this man. Now Goku versus Jiren is hands down one of the most popular fights in anime of all time. I won't call it the best because
that nigga Goku cannot lose. Like I'm telling you, ain't no nigga in this anime or cartoon could whoop this nigga Goku. Tell me a nigga right now that could whoop Goku. Man, this nigga got too many forms to get his ass whooped. Ain't no way. I mean, One Punch Man, I guess. I guess. But ain't nobody really up there to whoop this nigga Goku.
Not as impactful as the fights in Z, but this fight has some of the best hands, best animation, best everything I have ever seen. Whoever was in that studio anime.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Beauty.
Animating this was locked in because he had the entire internet crashing. I couldn't even watch the fight till a week later. That's how bad it got. There's one specific moment that always gets me hyped, and that's when Vegeta's giving his speech about the Saiyans and how they surpass their limits, and when Vegeta said,
Trespass into the domain of the gods and use that might to conquer Jiren. Do it, Kakarot!
Goku hit one of the most beautiful screams I've ever heard in Dragon Ball.
Okay.
And after that, the hands just kept going and going. And when they was boxing, you see Goku closing his eyes and still going blow for blow with Jiren. When I tell you this man Jiren was a one-man army, he had to do a 1v5 by himself. And they were getting washed. But the way they knocked Jiren out of the ring was beautiful. I never thought I would see the day that Frieza would work alongside his enemies. They was locked in like crazy. The music in the background just made everything better for real. And how can I mention all these animes without mentioning Blue Lock? Now Blue Lock is a tough anime. It really got grown men.
The soccer, bro. Somebody explain. I watched somebody with the soccer stuff, bro. I'm telling you, son, bro. Right, if I start watching anime with sports in it, bro, it's raps, bro. I might actually be on that bitch like 24/7, dead ass.
Reenacting goal celebrations.
I'll turn this down though.
I don't know what season 2 was on. The animation was looking like a PowerPoint presentation. I seen better animations in the 90s. But let me tell y'all, as soon as it was time for the last episode, them animators had to lock in. Before we get into that, I just want to mention Reen. Me personally, I think Reen is a phenomenal player. The only thing that had me looking at him sideways is when he was crashing out. He really had one PTSD attack and then he starts saying stuff like this.
I'll mangle you!
The fuck did that nigga say? I'm a man, do you?
Yeah, this brother was beyond locked in. He was tweaking out. You got everyone looking at him like how Batman looks at the Joker. He's insane. Even his coach called him a madman, and I don't even blame him for it, because if I had a teammate that was doing this, best believe I'm calling the doctor. You need help. Because why does he keep saying destroy, kill, destroy, kill? Yeah, keep this man off the squad. This is a soccer game, not a war zone. Anyways, the way the animators locked in for this game was just beautiful. I know the animators was tired of receiving all that slander you guys was putting on the internet. They was like, bet, we gon' tee up. After Rin missed the goal and his brother received the ball, I need y'all to peep what happens here.
Okay.
Did y'all see how the screen got smaller as if we're watching a movie? Yeah, you already know when that happens. Something crazy is about to go down. Just peep how they did that with Sukuna versus Maharaga. The animators was animating for their lives just to get paid. You got side dribbling with perfection. I'm in tears just talking about it. This is beautiful. And then when Rin appears, the animation changes. They stand face to face, and the next thing we hear is, they start off and peep how elegantly Sai maneuvers around Rin, and he really got this man hitting the Naruto run just so we can gain more speed. Sai was going crazy, then Rin pokes the ball away in his free game. The defender tries to header it only for him to appear. And Isagi hits him with the golazo! We take a
all up in my ear with that shit, son. What the fuck?
deep breath and
This nigga.
I know y'all was screaming goal when Isagi scored that. This moment was so tough. Are there a lot more moments? Yes, very in depth into some of them. But maybe next time I will. Now let's talk about sports.
LeBron James. LeBron James. Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant, Dwayne. Like, you can do that with anybody. James Harden, Ronnie James. Like this, like I ain't lying to you. This nigga LeBron would be the most greatest nigga out this fun. Nigga would have a lot of edits till he retired. That is.
We already been talking about sports though. I'm talking about real lifetime sports, not anime. When it comes to sports, we have the moments we love, we have the moments we hate, we have the moments we'll always remember. And I will never forget how my Warriors blew a 3-1 lead in 2016. I'm not that deep into basketball, but what Kyrie and LeBron were doing during this run, I couldn't even believe my eyes. The run was so generational. If we tell the next generation 50 years from now, they not gonna believe us. They think we was capping. As soon as Klay Thompson made this comment, it was over.
I guess his feelings just got hurt.
Now LeBron reaction.
I guess he just got his feelings hurt.
LeBron and Kyrie the next game went for 82 points, and the shots they was making was unbelievable. Kyrie was making everything. Threes, mid-range. That brother was so shifty, his stats were insane. I need y'all to read these stats and look back to me. Read these stats, look back to me. Read these stats and think, oh my goodness, Kyrie just did this in game 5.
Right.
And don't get me started on LeBron James. LeBron was showing so much dominance, just look at how he screamed.
Let's go!
And this is the sound of a man who was about to drop 40. And that's what he did. He really gave us one of the best finals performances
and then ain't he blocked the shot too?
All time. This was really a turning point in the 2016 finals. When we saw that, we was just like, ain't no way LeBron and Kyrie
just came, man,
for 82 points.
And came back and whooped these niggas, bro. Like, ain't no way. Mind you, nigga, Klay should have never said that shit. They would have had it back and they want to whoop them niggas.
And that's not even the end of it. Game 6, LeBron went for another 41 piece and gave us even crazier stats. And as a Warriors fan, you're really seeing LeBron and Kyrie turn into Superman and Batman versus the Big Three. And then we have the greatest Game 7 of all time. And this is where 2 iconic moments happened in the final. One, the score is tied and we're seeing everybody for the next 2 minutes just building houses by bricking. He passes it to Steph and then he passes it back, and Iggy thought this was a free lay, but nah. This man was about to become an iconic meme for the rest of his life.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for layup. Oh, blocked by James!
LeBron James just hit the greatest basketball block I have ever seen in my entire life. And what happens next was just a heartbreaking moment for a Warriors fan. So Kyrie has the ball and Curry is on him, and we all know what happens next. Kyrie starts getting shifty and then he puts up a 3.
Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
Give me in there!
This final was insane. We really witnessed one of the greatest comebacks in sports history just because these two decided to lock in. Another one we could talk about is the World Cup final.
Well, I don't know about soccer, so I just watch Blink Boy when he be explaining about the soccer, so I'm not into soccer like that.
But first of all, for the football fans, a moment of silence for Diego Jota.
R.I.P. Ben.
Now, if you're a football fan like me, you know Messi needed this World Cup just to cement his name as the greatest football player of all time. In the first half, Argentina was cooking. Messi scores a beautiful pen, and then we got the second goal being one of the greatest team attacks with Di Maria finishing for the second goal. Now, they had me in the first half. France looked finished, and my goat was about to achieve his dream. But then, it took one man to strike fear into the hearts of millions of fans. Mbappe was going absolutely stupid when they came out for the second half. He was giving them that pep talk in the locker room and he was on go. First he gets a pen and then he scores. And then this was the start to the greatest comeback I have ever seen in soccer history. The next goal was so crazy, I was in utter shock. All I could do was stand there. Colo taps the ball up and I'm just looking at this right now and I'm like, ain't no way Mbappe about to score this. Only for Mbappe to volley the ball into the bottom right corner. I was in shock.
Hey, it's Alex Barnes. Listen to my new song Eternity on YouTube and YouTube Shorts, your one-stop shop for music.
Disbelief, distraught. I had no words. I was really witnessing in 4K this Frenchman putting the entire nation on his back. This man was absolutely locked in for the second half, and so was the entire team of France. As soon as they changed that roster from the first half, they was giving Argentina that work. But luckily my GOAT couldn't let that slide and scores another goal for Argentina to go up 1. And I really thought it was over because there is no way the scriptwriters can make this more interesting.
Meanwhile,
Change around here, a French penalty.
I stand corrected. The scriptwriters were really trying to give us one for the ages. They give France a penalty, and of course Mbappe stepped up to the plate and scores it to get a hat-trick in the World Cup final. This was one of the most incredible performances I have ever seen in sports ever, and this was the best sports game of all time. It was really either the torch is gonna get passed or the torch is gonna stay. Old versus new, Messi versus Mbappe. I was hype. And France really sold Mbappe's hat-trick and penalties like my guy. Where are you shooting at? Like, Mbappe is really like my dog. Can you hit the post? And it was a sad day for Mbappe, but it was a happy day for me and Messi, boy, I tell you. And I want to give credit to the goalkeeper. I can't even hold you. This save was so impressive. I think it was almost better than Mbappe's hat-trick.
He hit his
because he single-handedly saved Messi's entire career with this save. Y'all see how Messi is just standing there? His life is flashing before his eyes. And he knows if he scores, the whole tournament was all for nothing. I need y'all to peep how locked in Messi was. I'm gonna show these stats. Messi is really 36, giving us 7 goals and 3 assists. This man was carrying his entire team on his back. I even had the same reaction as Messi. I don't even blame him. I was standing there thinking, is this 2014 all over again? That heartbreaking goal in 2014 was replaying in my mind, and I did not want to relive that again. So Emi Martinez, thank you. For the American football fans, I'm gonna have to mention the GOAT Tom Brady. I know y'all remember when they played the
Yes, sir. Or the Patrick Mahomes, when Patrick Mahomes got hurt and won the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Falcons, and he was down 28-3. I was in school backing up my GOAT while everybody was choosing the Falcons. If I was a betting man,
I remember I was living in apartments, right? And I said, man, I hope Tom Brady don't win. Man, my cousin that I didn't know who my cousin was, told me, man, he was like, man, nah, don't say that, man. I'm going for the Falcons. I got money down the line. I'm like, right, you picked the wrong type of person.
Right now. We really watched Tom Brady single-handedly destroy an entire football organization while not leading one time during this game. ATL has not been the same ever since. This really proved that Tom Brady was the GOAT. He was just taking it all in and locked in as soon as the second half started.
Play tougher, harder, tougher, everything.
Mahomes, take notes. This is how you do it.
Now laser focus.
Now that I'm...
Hey, but you can't say, hold up, wait a minute. My nigga put Mahomes did whoop the Eagles. This the first time Eagles finally got their ass. Turn around and start doing the whooping. This is the first time. Niggas be acting different when them niggas got their first win. And can they do this again? Can they do a repeat again? Shit, I don't think so. Baltimore Ravens, y'all got a chance to get it this year, Saints. Might, I don't know. It just depends how the Saints want to play.
I'm done with sports. I want to talk about a movie and a TV show. I'm not going to go too deep, so I'm going to just give one of each. And the first one we got to start with is Rocky IV. This movie is one of
This is my dad's favorite movie, bro.
Personal favorites. Even if it's not his best fight, this is one for the history books. After seeing his best friend get cooked by Drago, he knew we had to tee up. Everything, to the driving scene, to him talking with his wife, to the moment he had with Duke, to the training, was just beautiful. This man Rocky really went all the way up to Russia just to train, and you know how cold it is all the way up there. All they see is snow. The training scene was just peak. The music and everything really had me training with Rocky. It's tough, how can I not? Then we get to the fight and everything is on the line and there's no going back. Rocky was getting cooked in the first round. It was so bad my boy really forgot that defense was a thing. But when round 2 hit, Rocky decides to tee up.
Ooh, come here, let's get the stamina. Let me show you something. Get the
The Russian is cut and Rocky starts going
crazy. Get up. Get up. Get up.
The future of iron performance is elite in every way. Play elite with Callaway.
Yeah.
Now Rocky was getting cooked most of the fight, and if you see the hits he was taking to the head, that's just an invitation to get CTE. But Rocky got that dog in him. It didn't even matter if his brain turned into chum bucket meat. He had something to prove. He was boxing for his honor, for his family, and for Apollo Creed. By the 11th round, Rocky had the entire Soviet Union chanting his name.
Where you going?
This is what you call inspirational.
A few cheers now.
I'm up. I'm up. I'm up.
Suddenly, Moscow is pro-Rocky.
Rocky and Drago were going hit for hit, band for band. blow for blow. This was just a contest of brute force, no technique. Whoever hits the hardest and is still standing wins. And the last round is finally here. Shout out Duke. This is what you call a father figure right here. He was helping Rocky lock in for the fights. Peep the pep talks during the breaks. They were so inspirational, I almost jumped in.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
The ref really was trying to stop the fight, but Rock was like, nah. Don't stop nothing. I ain't come here to lose sitting down. That man Rocky was either gonna win or die trying. This is locked in mentality. The bell rings and Drago gets to cooking Rocky again. And as Drago is hitting Rocky, Rocky's like, come on, hit me. Rocky takes a few more hits to the head and then he starts to fight back. Rocky is giving him haymaker after haymaker and they're both going hit for hit. This is the most locked in Rocky has ever been in any of his movies. This one right here is for Creed. Drago tries to fight back but his gas tank is on E and then Rocky goes for the kill. Rocky was giving it his all, throwing rights, lefts, uppercuts, and then he goes for the final assault and Drago is down. This is my favorite Rocky fight of all time and I'm glad I was able to talk about it. Everything in here was just amazing. The way Rocky ended the Cold War was tough. Now for the last thing I want to talk about is Avatar Aang versus Fire Lord Ozai. This fight right here was peak. Not really
per peak of his time, bro. How the way Avatar did this nigga, oh my god. You thought we was in the movie having the popcorns with the drink.
You gotta understand, Aang had to master 3 levels of bending in an entire summer before the comet hit to fight Fire Lord Ozai. And he's only 12. In the first half, Aang was on the defensive and Fire Lord Ozai was applying that pressure. He really got Aang hiding in a boulder and had to force him out to box. But as soon as Aang went into the Avatar state, that man was locked in. Fire Lord Ozai tries to hit him, but Aang was like, nah, that ain't gonna work on me. And look at how elegantly he parries and deflects his attack. And for the rest of the fight, Aang had Fire Lord Ozai on the run. Just look at his face, he's literally scared for his life. And when he gets captured, just peep how tough Aang sounds.
Fire Lord Ozai, you and your forefathers have devastated the balance of this world.
And Aang could have ended his life, but he was like, nah, this isn't the way. And Fire Lord Ozai, being who he is, tries to sneak him. But he must have forgotten this is the Avatar, because within 0.001 seconds, he already knew what he was trying to pull. And without even looking, he dodges his attack and counters it by earthbending. Earthbending came in clutch. And then after that, Aang takes away his bending, and the earth is saved. I know there are a lot more moments of how people can be locked in. If y'all want a part 2, comment 2.
Oh yeah, y'all go ahead and run that up. Y'all want me to watch a part 2 of this, then y'all let me know. Let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow on social media, then pop on the screen. I see y'all when I see y'all. Love y'all to the bottom of my heart. And I'm out.